What happens when two of country music's biggest names clash on live TV in a way nobody expected? Today we're looking at the shocking moment Reba McEntire walked off the Kelly Clarkson Show after an argument that started calmly but quickly spun out of control. Before diving into this unbelievable scene, don't forget to hit subscribe and share what you think really caused this tension between these two icons. Everything seemed normal at first. Kelly sat across from Reba with her usual warm smile. The cameras rolled, the crowd buzzed, and what was meant to be a simple chat turned into one of the most uncomfortable moments in daytime TV history. Kelly started kindly. "Reba, it's always so wonderful to have you here. Your new album's getting amazing reviews, and listening to it reminded me of when we worked together on that duet." Reba's polite smile didn't quite reach her eyes. "Well, Kelly, I appreciate being here. It's always interesting how people remember things differently." The words hung awkwardly. Kelly hesitated but pushed on. "Oh, I think we both remember that session pretty clearly. It was such a special time working with someone I've always admired." "Admired?" Reba's tone shifted. "That's one way to put it, considering how that whole thing really went." Kelly blinked, unsure. "I don't follow, Reba. We had a great time recording together." "A great time," Reba said dryly. "Let's not pretend for the cameras you don't recall what really happened. Or maybe you've told the story your way so long, you've started believing it." The studio fell silent. Kelly looked uneasy but stayed calm. "Reba, if I ever upset you, I wish we could have talked privately." Reba's voice rose a little. "Oh, I tried, Kelly. I called your team, I asked mutual friends, even tried to talk at events. But you were always too busy." Kelly flushed, confused. "Reba, I swear I never got those messages. If something slipped through, I'm so sorry, but I don't understand what this is about." "You don't understand." Reba's voice sharpened. "You took credit for arrangements that weren't yours. You changed lyrics without talking to me first. And when the song blew up, suddenly the story was all about your creativity while my part faded into the background." Kelly's face fell. "That's not true. The song was a collaboration. I never tried to take credit from you." "Maybe not on paper," Reba shot back. "But in every interview, you talked about how you brought a fresh sound to my work, how you modernized my approach. Funny how that narrative caught on." Kelly's hands tightened on her chair. "If it came across that way, it wasn't my intention. I've only ever had respect for you." "Respect?" Reba laughed bitterly. "Respect means checking with someone before telling stories that make it sound like you were teaching them. Respect means asking if I was fine with how you were framing our duet." Kelly's voice trembled. "I was just sharing my experience of making the song." "And what about mine?" Reba snapped. "I had to sit through interviews where you made it sound like you taught me how to bridge genres. I was blending styles before you were even signed, Kelly." Kelly's eyes filled. "I never said that. I'd never insult you like that." "You didn't need to," Reba said sharply. "The way you told it said enough." Kelly's composure cracked. "I'm tired of you twisting my words. I spent weeks preparing for that session because I wanted to honor you. I didn't think I was teaching Reba McEntire anything." "Then explain why every promo had your name first," Reba challenged. "My name second, like I was your backup singer." Kelly's mouth dropped. "I don't control marketing materials. That's not my doing." "Right," Reba said coldly. "Just another mistake, huh?" "Yes, Reba, maybe it was," Kelly fired back. "Not everything is a conspiracy against you. Sometimes it's just business." The crowd sat frozen. The tension was suffocating. "You're proving my point," Reba said, her voice shaking. "You can't take responsibility for anything." "My character?" Kelly said, eyes wet. "I've spent my whole career lifting others up. I never tried to steal credit from anyone." "Then why did I watch you on 3 shows talking about bringing new life to country music with our duet?" Reba demanded. "Because that's what they ask about," Kelly cried. "They want to know what each artist brought." "I was just answering honestly." "Honestly?" Reba mocked. "You said you helped modernize my sound. That's not what I meant," Kelly pleaded. "I said the collaboration taught me new ways to tell stories." "After you'd already talked about how you added your pop touch," Reba said harshly. "That's what I brought," Kelly shouted. "We both brought something. That's what made it special. And then you turned it into your story," Reba hissed. Kelly took a breath, her voice calm but cold. You're so threatened by younger artists getting attention that you can't celebrate them without feeling diminished. The audience gasped. Reba's face went pale. Threatened? I've spent 40 years mentoring artists like you. Then why can't you be happy for me? Kelly cried. Why can't you celebrate our success? Because you made it about you, Reba exploded. You took a shared project and turned it into Kelly Clarkson's artistic journey. That's not true. Kelly's tears streamed. What you're angry about is that I didn't act like working with you was some royal favor. You should have remembered who paved the road you're walking on, Reba snapped. The words hit Kelly hard. Her voice cracked. I thought our duet showed 2 generations of women supporting each other. I never meant for this. Neither did I, Reba said, her tone softer but still cutting, until I saw how you made it a story about yourself. Reba, I talked about what it meant to me, Kelly said weakly. That's all. And you never thought how your words sounded to me? Reba asked. Kelly threw up her hands. I never said I modernized you. I said you inspired me, after you'd already told everyone how you brought your pop edge to my sound, Reba countered. That was my contribution, Kelly snapped. That's what collaboration means. You used it as proof of your versatility, Reba said, shaking her head. Kelly's eyes were blazing now. You know what? You're right about one thing. I've learned something about you today. You can't handle sharing the spotlight. The air went dead still. Reba's face tightened with hurt. After all I've done for younger artists, you accuse me of that? You attack me on my own show, Kelly said through tears. You say I used you. You don't even see how cruel that is. Cruel? Reba's voice was low. What's cruel is watching someone I supported rewrite history. Kelly's anger finally broke. You think working with me was charity? That you did me a favor? I gave you an opportunity, Reba said quietly. And you turned it into your story. Kelly wiped her face. You know what? Maybe this taught me that some people can't move on unless they're controlling the past. Gasps filled the studio. Reba's face hardened. You really think that's who I am? You tell me, Kelly whispered. Reba stood up, trembling with anger. I don't have to listen to this. You made your feelings clear. I didn't mean it like that, Kelly said desperately. We can talk after the show. Reba shook her head. No, Kelly. I think we've both said enough. The audience sat frozen as Reba picked up her purse and turned to leave. Please don't go, Kelly begged. This isn't who I am. Reba paused, her expression weary. Maybe not, but it's who you've become, at least today. With that, Reba walked out, her heels echoing through the silent studio. Kelly stood motionless, tears streaming as the audience sat in stunned silence. The cameras captured every second. 2 powerful women's friendship unraveling live before the world. What began as a simple interview had turned into a painful explosion of pride, miscommunication, and old wounds that could never be unseen. The moment became one of daytime television's most unforgettable confrontations, leaving fans everywhere wondering what really went wrong between Reba and Kelly. Was it ego? Hurt pride, or just years of misunderstanding finally bursting into the open?